And Mr. Suh over here. But I still think you're going to be the first round pick. I think you're going to be the man, all right? Now, I might be wrong about that. We'll see who wins the award tonight. But when you looked around and watched everybody else play, I mean, obviously you're ranked number 1. You got Texas in the Pasadena in the BCS championship game. Do they pose the biggest threat for you? I mean, obviously you can't change it because that's who you're going to play. But when you look, I know you probably haven't looked at Texas yet, but you probably watched them play a little bit during the year, didn't you?
Yeah, we watched them a couple times on the way home from games and stuff. We watched them before we played. Before we played, I think it was Auburn. Because they played that Thursday. I mean that Friday night.
Against A&M.
Yeah, and A&M
struggled with them a little bit.
Good with them and stuff, and I thought they were gonna lose, but they came back and finished the game. But they're a real good team though.
Colt McCoy, you can't wait to see him, right?
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Suh, I'm going to give you a chance to break down some stuff for Terrence. What would you tell him about the Texas Longhorns?
I mean, they're a physical team, and I mean, you're definitely beatable. I mean, y'all got a good chance against them, and they're still a good team. We obviously got the brunt of that, and obviously they beat us. But I mean, you should definitely have fun against their offensive line, and then although it'll be a good challenge for you.
But their offensive line did what? I mean, because it was a lower scoring game than I anticipated.
Yeah, their offensive line is a good one, but they're definitely going to expect a double team to win now. So.
Terrence, you're probably used to that, though, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're probably sick and tired of it. Pat, when you're watching around up there in the Big Ten, because I like to rag the Big Ten all the time. I mean, you guys have not been very good in the BCS. You're 0-6 the last 3 years in BCS bowl games. How does Iowa change that? I mean, granted, you got Georgia Tech. You know what you're going to see. That triple option's crazy, even though they ran against Clemson at will. But, I mean, you're going to have a whole month to prepare for this thing, which I do think plays into your hands.
Yeah, we're going to have a whole month to prepare, but, so are they. And, we got a great coaching staff, and I'm sure they're going to be ready for us. And, they're a team that we can't make mistakes against. And, I haven't watched a lot of tape on them, but, to get that far and to be 11-2, they got to be pretty good.
And, well, how's Michigan so bad?
I don't know. They played us pretty good.
I know.
I guess everybody played us pretty good this year.
But, I mean, for them to be as I call it, DFL in the Big Ten, they've got better players than that, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, they got really good players. That running back was one of the best players we've gone up against all year. And, I don't know. They played us really, really good.
How about Penn State? What can you tell me about Penn State?
Great coaching staff. They got really good players. The most similar to us probably in the Big Ten, and great linebackers play for them. I think Sean Meek's one of the best linebackers in the country. Is
there anything you ever wanted to know about Nebraska football or what's going on at TCU or the tradition, which has become, of course, Alabama? Has there ever been one of those things you jumped at and said, you know what? Hey, listen, I can play for a lot of people here.
No, not really.
You're just an Iowa guy.
Just an Iowa guy.
That's all there is to it.
I probably couldn't play for anybody else.
Oh, come on. I know better than that. You wouldn't be in Charlotte tonight if you couldn't play.
I'm sure their linebackers are a lot bigger and tougher than I am.
Terrence, what do you got to say about that?
I mean, we got linebackers that are like 215 on the team and stuff. Not that big, but they're athletic.
I'm going to tell you something. You know who my favorite player in the country is? And I know he's not here tonight. Is Mr. McClain.
Yeah.
I love him. I think he is a headhunter on the next level.
He is.
And when you guys get in the defensive huddle, I mean, who takes over? Who's the vocal leader for you guys?
Well, that's him.
Got to be, right?
Quarterback on the defense.
I love him. Now, give me a story about Nick Saban. How'd you end up at Alabama?
Well, I was at junior college for 2 years, and they was kind of scouting me and looking at me and stuff. But when they was recruiting me, it was between them and Miami. But at the same time, Miami was rebuilding, and I had a coach that was at the junior college that was coached by Coach Saban at the Cleveland Browns and stuff. And he was telling me about Coach Saban. He was telling me he's a real good coach. You know what he's doing, and I think he's the best fit for me and stuff. And then after taking that and hearing that from him and stuff, I just finally made my decision.
Jared, let me ask you a question. TCU, off the beaten path, when you're getting recruited out of high school, what was the vision that you said, when I decide I'm going to go to TCU, what did you think you could accomplish there?
I knew I could accomplish and be a part of a winning team. A lot of the schools who were looking at me and coming after me were all great programs, but the one thing they lacked was just that winning tradition that TCU had established. Coming in 2005, they won the conference championship, and I was there to just kind of watch them on the field and celebrate. And that's something that I want to be a part of, because coming from a high school whose best season was 6-4, it's just something that you get tired of just losing ball games.